Morning students, in previous class, 6th class, second lesson knowing about plants, in that I explained about the different parts in plants and their functions, and I explained about monocot and dicot, and I explained about parallel venation and reticulate venation. No? Now I will explain about next topic, activity 7, types of venation. Already I explained to you about venation. What are veins? Veins are the thin lines which present in the leaf known as venation. There are two types of venations in plants, that is parallel venation and reticulate venation. So all of you open your page number 18 in your science textbook. Page number 18. They gave one table for you. You have to fill that table. Okay. Open page number 18, activity 7, types of venation, table 4. They gave 5 serial numbers to you. Name of the plant, venation, either reticulate or parallel venation. If you will observe, on the side of table we can find out 2 leaves. One is reticulate venation, second one is parallel venation. Write down first plant, neem, N-E-E-M, neem, వేప చెట్టు. Reticulate venation, R-E-T-I-C-U-L-A-T-E, reticulate venation. Second one, mango leaf, M-A-N-G-O, mango leaf, venation, reticulate venation. Third one, tulasi, T-U-L-A-S-I, tulasi, venation, reticulate venation. Fourth one, paddy, P-A-D-D-Y, paddy, means rice, parallel venation, P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L, parallel venation. Fifth one, wheat, W-H-E-A-T, wheat, goduma, again parallel venation. Okay children, so based on this table we concluded that different plants having different types of venation. Do you know children, the plants which shows parallel venation have fibrous root system. The plants which have reticulate venation shows taproot system. So, for example, if you take paddy leaf have parallel venation, they have fibrous root system. Mango or neem trees have reticulate venation, they have taproot system. So, this is about venation. Now, activity 8, observation of stomata. Do you know children? We have nostrils. We have 2 openings in the nose which are helpful to take oxygen and release CO2 in the process of respiration. Do you know children? Plants also perform respiration, but they does not have nostrils like us. Correct or not? They does not have nostrils like us. But how they respire? They also require oxygen. They also release CO2. How they respire? They does not have nostrils like us, no. That's why they have special openings in the leaves known as stomata. In the leaves known as stomata. How to observe stomata in your school lab? For this, you have to take a fleshy leaf. Fleshy means ubbi unna kandam. For example, if you will take kalabanda, all we know that. Take kalabanda leaf and take thin scrap in it with the help of blade. And if you will observe under microscope, we can find out stomata like this. See here, bean-shaped structure. Bean-shaped structures. In between of bean-shaped structures, we can find out some openings called stomata. Do you know children? Stomata are surrounded by bean-shaped cells called guard cells. Do you know? Plants also require oxygen in the process of respiration. and plants release CO2 in the process of respiration. In the process of respiration, plants will take oxygen, release CO2 with the help of these openings known as stomata. We have nostrils, two openings in the nose. This helpful to take oxygen, release CO2. Plants have special openings in the leaves known as stomata, which helpful to take oxygen, release CO2 in the process of respiration. Simultaneously, this stomata also helpful to take CO2 and release oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis. So, stomata helpful for exchange of gases. Stomata helpful for exchange of gases. Leaves have some natural openings. The plants of leaves have some natural openings called stomata. These stomata are surrounded by kidney or bean-shaped cells called God cells. With the help of these stomata, they take oxygen and release CO2 in the process of respiration. And also simultaneously, they take CO2 and release oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. Okay children, now stomata also helpful for transpiration. Do you know children, what is meant by transpiration? To explain about transpiration, I will explain a simple experiment to know about transpiration. For this, you have to take a well-potted plant. A well-potted plant. See here, this is well-potted plant. This is well-potted plant. Now, cover the branch of potted plant with a polythene cover like this. Cover a healthy branch of plant with a polythene cover. This is cover and this is healthy branch. Now keep the setup in sunlight. Keep the setup in sunlight. After some time, if you will notice, we can find out some droplets. We can find out some droplets in the polythene cover. Do you know where this water comes from? Where this water comes from? So, the water present in the soil evaporated in the process of transpiration. Do you know? Stomata also play an important role in transpiration. What do you mean by transpiration? Removal of excess water present in the plant in the form of water vapor is known as transpiration. Transpiration means removal of excess water present in plants in the form of water vapor through stomata is called transpiration. Do you know, when you will keep a potted plant in sunlight and if you will cover a branch of plant with a polythene cover, after some time if you will observe, we can find out some water drops in the polythene cover. This water drops comes from the soil through stomata. Leaves have some natural openings called stomata, which are helpful to take oxygen and release CO2 in the process of respiration, and take CO2 and release oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. And this stomata also helpful for removal of excess water present in the plants in the form of water vapor through stomata is known as transpiration. Do you know, transpiration helpful for water transport. This transpiration process helpful for transport of water in plants, and also this transpiration also helpful for rainfall. Do you know children, when transpiration increases, rainfall also increases. That's why if you will observe in forest areas, we can find out more rainfall. Why? Because if you will observe in forest areas, we can find out more trees. When more trees will be present, more transpiration occurs. When more transpiration occurs, rainfall also increases. So there is a relationship between transpiration and rainfall. When transpiration increases, rainfall also increases. This is about transpiration. Functions of leaf. Already explained in the previous class. Leaf is the structure which helps to perform photosynthesis. The basic function of leaf is to perform photosynthesis. What is meant by photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process which occurs in green plant. They absorb CO2 and release oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. Already we know that leaves are which color? Green in color due to the presence of a pigment known as chlorophyll. This chlorophyll is the pigment which is present in only leaves and young stems, leta kandalu. If you will observe in leta kandalu, they are also green in color due to the presence of a pigment known as chlorophyll. So the basic function of leaf in plant is to perform photosynthesis. So food is prepared in leaf. So leaf is also called as food factory of plant. Leaf also called as food factory of plant. Why? Because it is the structure in the plant which helps to prepare their own food material in the process of photosynthesis. So leaf is known as food factory of plant. And leaf also helpful for exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. For example, if you will take already explained, in the process of respiration, plants with the help of stomata, leaves have some natural openings called stomata. This stomata helps to take oxygen and release CO2. And in the process of photosynthesis, leaves have natural openings called stomata, will take CO2 and release oxygen. This process is known as exchange of gases. Exchange means taking one gas and releasing another gas. Here, in the process of respiration, stomata absorb oxygen present in the atmosphere and release CO2. In the process of photosynthesis, this stomata also helpful to take CO2 and release oxygen. That is called exchange of gases. Leaf also helpful for transpiration. Leaf also helpful for transpiration. Transpiration means removal of excess water present in the plant in the form of water vapor through stomata is known as transpiration. So leaf also perform transpiration. So these are the three functions of leaf. One is photosynthesis, second one is exchange of gases, and third one is transpiration. Now this is about leaf. Now I will explain about one more part, major part in plant, that is called flower. Already I explained about leaf, and I explained about stem, and I explained about roots, and also I explained about functions of roots, and I explained about functions of stem, and I explained about the functions of leaf also. And also I explained about modifications of roots and modifications of stem. Now I will explain about functions of flower. If you will observe, I will draw a simple diagram of flower which shows about the functions of flower. See, this is a flower. If you will observe flower, the first circle in flower, that is called sepals. Sepals are always green in color. Sepals are always green in color. Helps to protect the parts of flower during bud condition. Bud means mogga. Mogga dasalo unnappudu ee sepals parts protect chestayi. Next one is petals. Do you know petals are, if you will take hibiscus or if you will take any flower, the petals will have bright colors. The petals will have bright colors. What is the function of petals? Bright colors. They have bright colors. They helps to attract insects for pollination. They attract insects for pollination. That's why they have bright color petals. With the help of these colors, they attract insects for pollination. This is about petals. And if you will observe flower, in some flowers they have stamens. In some flowers they have pistil, male part, female part separately. But if you will take some flowers, for example, if you will take hibiscus, mandara or datura, ummetta, if you will observe in these flowers, we can find out both male and female parts in a single flower. That flowers are called bisexual flowers. But if you will take plants like bitter gourd, bottle gourd, means kakarakaya, sorakaya, dosakaya, if you will observe these plants, they are unisexual flowers. They have either male or female parts in a flower. So this is about flower. Flower is the organ which helps to perform reproduction. Okay, what is meant by reproduction? What is meant by pollination? We will discuss in the next class, that is 7th class. A topic will be in reproduction in plants. I will explain about what is meant by reproduction, what is meant by pollination in the next 7th class. Okay, children, thank you.